What do you do when you've lost everything you worked for? When you prayed for a miracle, but all you got was more fire? Most people think that when things go wrong, it means they've been abandoned. But today, I'm going to show you that sometimes, the disaster you are crying over is actually the very thing that is going to save your life. Before we get into this heart-wrenching story, hit that subscribe button and join the Stories with Noni family. We find the light in the dark here. If you're going through a storm right now, hit the like button. This story was written just for you. The story, The Signal Fire. A man was the only survivor of a terrible shipwreck. He managed to wash up on a small, uninhabited island. Every day, he prayed for God to rescue him. He scanned the horizon for a ship, but none ever came. Eventually, he managed to build a tiny hut out of driftwood to protect himself from the elements and store his few possessions, the only things he had left in the world. But one day, after hunting for food, he returned to find his little hut in flames. The smoke rolled up into the sky as everything he owned burned to ashes. He was devastated. He fell to his knees in the sand, crying out, "How could you do this to me? I've lost everything, and now even my shelter is gone." He slept that night in the dirt, wrapped in despair. Early the next morning, he was awakened by the sound of a ship's horn. A boat was approaching the island. When the captain stepped ashore, the man asked, "How did you know I was here?" The captain replied, "We saw your signal fire." The man looked back at the smoldering remains of his hut. What he thought was a tragedy was actually the smoke signal that brought his rescue. The lesson: right now, you might be looking at the ashes of your life. Maybe it's a failed business, a broken heart, or a dream that went up in smoke. It hurts, and it's okay to cry. But at Stories with Noni, we want to remind you, don't get so focused on the fire that you miss the fact that it's a signal. Sometimes, your hut has to burn down so the right people can finally see where you are. Your greatest loss is often the beacon for your greatest rescue. If you trust the process even when it burns, go to the comments right now and type, "My rescue is coming." Let's encourage someone else who is sitting in the ashes today. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. We are here to walk through the fire with you. Your story isn't over, the ship is on its way. Thank you for watching Stories with Noni. We'll see you in the next story.